We This is gonna be a I'm gonna try something different today, right? So the topic was the power of this career, and I was like, I could go a few different directions with this. Um, and I was actually asking my wife, I was like, should I go the cocky direction? Should I go the service-minded direction? Or should I go the like what's actually kept me here the whole time? Ooh, that sun's getting bright. This is gonna be perfect. I decided to do all three, but to get it out of the way, because the three Enneagram in me really loves cockiness and loves to like brag about myself, and I hate the fact that that is a part of my personality. So I usually try to like push that down. I don't actually enjoy that part of myself. We're gonna start with the cocky side, right? Now, what most people don't realize is that I didn't do anything special here, as Andy just said. Like when I came in, yes, I was the number one agent ABG and I was 39th in the nation, but I only hit one eagle my entire first year in this business. In fact, in my first 2 years, I only hit three eagles in my first 2 years in this business, right? In fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have 24 eagles to my name and I've been here for 12 years. So that means I average two eagles a year. But I go to work every day regardless of the results, right? And this is like what this the beauty of this career is that you can suck at it and you're still gonna win. Now, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna show you guys this because this is what I call my estate. I'm gonna see if I can turn around my camera here. Spin my iPad this way. I'm gonna show you guys what I bought in 2019. All right. So I'm on top of my deck here. Oh, and this is that direction. So I live in Montana. Those are the Sapphire Mountains, and yes, they're called the Sapphire Mountains because there's literally sapphires mined out of there, and there's tons of them. We can go up there, and as a little thing, you can like just a touristy thing, you can go mine sapphires straight out of the mountains. Montana's called the Treasure State because we've got so many treasures. I'm gonna actually get up on my roof here. Ugh. Up, 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 up. So this is where I watch the
This
sunset.
is a first
Yeah,
for sure. I
this
love
is
it.
this is where like on I have a deck that my wraparound deck goes around that way, and on the evenings I watch the sunset every summer night going down over behind those mountains right there. Okay. Uh, the house that we live in is 2,900 square feet. Uh, we got 2 acres, but all my neighbors have five, and their houses are on the other side, so it feels like I'm on like 20 acres. Um, that guys, you can suck at this job. And if you keep going and stacking renewals long term and you keep pushing forward and forward and forward, you're going to get to where you want to go. And it only took me, it was my fourth year that we bought this house. Now, the first 2 years, I felt like I was losing every single day. Never once felt like maybe once, maybe on an incentive trip, I felt like I was winning. But the rest of the time, yeah, it just like you go out, you're on a Friday, you got two families protected, like I do this week, and you're like, man, my goals this week were much higher than my results right now. I'm going to become a millionaire fast, uh, because and you get frustrated. I'm just going to sit down right here on my the very tip of the roof. You get frustrated because you're like, oh man, like it's not working out. I'm still working hard. The results just aren't coming. What the heck, right? And guys, I cannot tell you how many weeks I'm hitting my head on the steering wheel because I'm just like so frustrated because I'm putting in the work habits and the results aren't coming. But guess what? If you just get one, if you just get a bare minimum of one, if you protect one family every week, your renewals are going to grow every single month. And on a long enough timeline, those renewals are going to build up to a point where you can buy a home in 4 to 5 years that most people dream of retiring in. Right? Like when I bought this house, my agency owner at the time, Rob Alkema, he does real estate investing now, and him and I talked about real estate investing, and he like came and like he's hanging out on my deck, and he's like, and I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, I got to fix this up, and I got to fix that up, and he's like, Devin, you do realize most people work their entire life, retire at age 65, 70, and use their retirement to buy a place like this. And he's like, you got it at 34, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. You got it at 31. Right. So just putting it in perspective, you guys don't know how many bricks you're putting into the wall every single day that you go out and you go to work. Right. You're building a wall of cash that's going to pay you. And if you die, it's a willable asset that's going to go to other people. I had a buddy here who sadly passed away after 2, maybe 3 years in the business. And he had an autoimmune disease. He could not get life insurance. When he passed away, I don't know if you guys know this, but you're 100% vested upon death. And all of his renewals went to his mom. He built his own life insurance through this career in 3 years. Took matters into his own hands. The opportunity you guys have here and what you guys are building is amazing. Right? The things that you can turn this into, right? For being, and I don't want to preach mediocrity. I don't believe in trying to be mediocre. What you guys don't know is that my first 3 years, I was the number one agent ABG, even with only writing a few Eagles. My third year, I finally figured out how to write Eagles, right? But almost every week was a green out. And the weeks that weren't made up distance on the weeks that were, right? So anyway, all that being said, it's like there's the cocky reason of like the power of this career, and that is that you can be like myself, a little bit mediocre in the sell side, but if you consistently do it on a long enough timeline, you're going to have an income that most people dream of, and you can build and like you can get the goals that you actually came here for when you're interviewing. Okay, that's the cocky side. Let's switch gears. I want you guys to write down this formula. Okay, I want you to take whatever gap you've sold this week, this month, this year. Just choose a number. Like Andy's in a really cool thing. Like Andy, like how much premium? Write down how much premium ABG has done so far this year, if you would. I want to know this number too. Okay, and then you times that. Ooh, hold up. My dyslexicness. I gotta go double check my formula really quick and make sure that I'm hitting on this right. Awesome formulas because I wrote. I don't want to tell you guys wrong and have you guys be mad at me if I ever come on. But I'm 90% sure you times it by take your gap. Gosh, not that one. All right. There it is. Times it by 10. And then whatever number that is, you times that number by 0.55. Okay. Take your gap, times it by 10, whatever that is, times that by 0.55. I'm kind of curious. Like I know, I'm going to ask a few people. Jordan, what did you times that by your lifetime premium so far?
Hang on, I can do that.
Chad, I'm going to call on you next.
Okay, so yeah, the final number is 412,500.
412,500. That right there in Jordan's 7-8 month career so far, that is the amount of claims Family Heritage is going to pay out in the next 20 years of those policies being in place. He's been here for 8 months. And somebody's going to break a finger and get like a $300 payout, and somebody's going to go through cancer and get like 50 grand. Maybe 2 people will. But in the next 20 years, $104,000 will be paid out in claims from Family Heritage.
No, I think you
Chad?
said 412,000.
Oh,
Didn't
did you say
Jordan?
4? I thought you said 104.
Yeah, 412,500.
400. All right. So take what I said and times it by 4, right? 412,000, almost a $500,000. Chad, what about you? Like, you can go off this year, you can go off your lifetime because you sold a ridiculous amount of premium.
I've been blessed. I think I'm at 275, 2.75 million.
All right. So times that by 0.55. and times that by 10, and then times that by 0.55.
Times by point, what was it?
First times the gap by 10, and then times that number by 0.55.
Uh, 15,125.
15 million in claims will be paid out from Chad being here. That's a lot of people that he's going to be helping. And some of them haven't been helped yet. Some of them have. Andy, how much premium has ABG sold so far this year?
About 1.7 million.
Okay, so 1.7 million. And so what does that come out to in claims so far this year?
It's going to be 9.3 million in claims.
Guys, we have been doing this for 3 months this year. And because of all of you and what we've all accomplished together, and because of Andy's leadership and the things that he's built, what was that number? Sorry. What was that number?
9.3 million.
$9.3 million in claims will be paid out because of what you guys have done in 3 months. And guys, I've used the policy. In 2023, when my son was born 3 months premature, I was 2 pounds 3 ounces. Right? I don't know what other people do during that situation. I don't like. I'm sitting there at the Ronald McDonald House with my 2 kids. Well, with 2 of my kids, well, because one's in the hospital. I'm being a single dad. I'm doing drop off. I'm doing school drop off. I'm doing school pickup. I'm doing homework. I'm packing lunches. I'm driving an hour every single day to go check on the wife and the baby. I don't know what other people's backup plans are and how they do it. I know that I have enough renewals stacked up and an amazing enough team that I can take a little bit of time, and then I get reimbursed 50 grand. Like, the product that you sell is amazing. What you do, like, there's a really hard choice that most of us had to make in high school or college, where you're like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And most people are like, okay, I want to do one of 2 things. I either want to become a coach, I want to start a nonprofit, I want to go do something where I want to be a teacher, I want to make the world a better place. And if you choose to go that path, guess what's going to happen to your bank account? You're going to struggle. Okay. Or you can go become a business owner, and you can get into entrepreneurship, and you can go do all those kind of really fun things. But most people are going to feel like they sold their soul a little bit. They're going to feel like that they chose to go make money. And some of them are doing good things, but a lot of them are going to feel like they're like, man, am I really making the world a better place? And people will leave making good paying jobs to go become ministers because they're like, I always thought I was going to make the world a better place, not just like live my life for money. And you guys get to do both. You guys get to go like, you guys get to go sell policies, and like Jordan, in 8 months, make $400,000 worth of changes in other people's lives when they're going through something bad. And on the way, you get to be putting bricks in a wall where you get to be able to have something like, you get to be able to buy your dream house in the mountains of Montana, where you can go fly fishing literally 100 yards down the road. And sadly, I don't know how to fly fish, but I could. Yeah. The last thing that really is like the power of this career is, raise your hand if you were on a sports team at one point in time in your life. Right? And you remember like when you had a synergy with the team and everybody was like, we got a common goal and we're going to work hard together and we're going to go make things happen. And we all have the same ambition. And like, it was so cool. It was so fun. And then most people give up sports. They go work in the biology lab like me, or you go do construction, and you're working with people that have 0 goals. Their goal is to make it till Friday so they can go drink. And you're sitting there like, man, this isn't my type of people. I want more. I want to get ahead. I want to get somewhere. I want to work with people that have big hearts. I don't want to work with just, people that are 2 steps away from their next meth hit. It's Montana. uh, and that's a frustrating place to be because you're like, I want to work with really cool people that have common goals that want to improve their life and be a better version of themselves, and they're not here. And then you come find this team and you get on Train More, you go on an ABG day, you go and you're like, what? There's a place that exists, and that synergy, that feeling of like, man, we all want to get ahead, and we're all trying to help each other, and we're all trying to like win the championship. The championship being like, what is your goal? We're all doing it together. Like, I've been other places, guys. I've done a lot of jobs. You're not going to find a place with this many genuinely good people that have big hearts, that care about each other, that want to help each other, and that all are striving for the next big thing that they're trying to accomplish. I mean, you might, but I doubt it. Not like this. So when we're talking about the power of this career, it really boils down to 3 things, right? The product is amazing. The people are phenomenal. And that's really like, I came here and the possibilities. And I'll admit, I came here as a possibilities guy. I straight up came here because I want to make money. And I was like, man, it's a pretty good product. If I'm going to sell something, I might as well sell something good. But I'll admit the product was secondary. And it took me about 2 years before I actually made a big claim. I made some little small accent claims. It was like, oh, that's nice. Got this guy like $2,000. I kind of like, honestly, like it took me a little bit to believe in the product because all the claims I made were so small. And then you get that big one. And you're like, and somebody holds you by the hand, is like, Devin, if we would not have had this, we would have lost our home. And then you're sold. You're like, wow, I do a great thing. It takes time. You got to protect the people first, and then that will come. But through the ups and downs and like all the times that I've almost quit because, I'm here on a Thursday or a Friday morning, I still haven't protected as many families as I want to. And I'm like, man, how am I going to pay my bills? And is this renewal thing ever going to work off? Everybody talks about it, but I don't know if I believe it. The thing that keeps you here longer is the people. And that's the real power of it. All right, Andy, back to you.
I don't even know what to say, dude. That was awesome. Please don't drop the mic off your roof.
I'm being careful. Luckily, it's dry.
Wow. Yeah, man. Anybody want to unmute? Anybody have any takeaways or just feedback or questions for Devin?
My
That was
takeaway
great.
is just, oh,
Straight up
sorry.
fire.
Oh,
Go ahead.
my
Go
takeaway
ahead.
is that just made me 100% envious, and I'm not that type of person. That just gave me more goal and more drive to get there because looking at those mountains was absolutely beautiful. So thanks for that.
Absolutely. I love those mountains.
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. Love you, brother. I think we need a little crow's nest Devin talk as a regular spot sometimes. That was killer.
So true. Yeah, I've been here for 21 and a half years and I've never seen someone walk on their roof on a call and be like, guys, let's have a talk. That was epic.
Gotta switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So I'd encourage everybody, when you're driving to your turf or when you hang up the phone today and you're getting ready to go to your next business, to just ask yourself what you want your life to look like. Because it's really starts with that vision and then like Devin said, just showing up day after day after day. And I can 100% relate with you, Devin. I was never the number one agent in the field, never, elite, but I just showed up like you on a daily basis. And it's unbelievable how forgiving this business is. You can do so many things wrong. If you just go to work every day, it's incredible what you can build. So
Do
very
you mind if I
proud
add
of
one
you.
more thing? I really
Please.
wanted to say this and I totally spaced it. So, guys, you guys know like a Python, right? Like a bit, those, What's the name of the really big snake that like squeezes
Like
things?
pythons
The
would be like
anaconda.
anaconda.
Anaconda. Everybody thinks that an anaconda is so strong and it just squeezes you until you die. It's actually a little bit different than that. What it does is it does squeeze you and it is very strong, but it holds on to you. And then when you breathe out, it squeezes a little tighter and it makes it so you can't breathe in. And then when you breathe out again, it squeezes a little tighter, makes it so you can't breathe in. That's always how I've felt about the goals, right? Some people come in here like just straight up bulldozering them, and that's amazing. And I've had my times where I've done that, but I've always more imagined my goals as like kind of like that anaconda where I'm like, look, I'm gonna grab onto this, and then when there's an opportunity, I'm gonna squeeze it. I'm gonna squeeze it. I'm gonna squeeze it until there's just no other option for it other than giving me my goal. And it might take a little bit longer, but it's gonna happen.
Wow. That was an all-timer, Devin. I appreciate you, man. Super duper fun. Guys, I think if I add anything, it would detract from what we just heard. So the Voxer challenge is live for today. Make today the most fun you have all week. Just go have fun, work hard, do your best, post in Voxer. Let's finish like champions. And I'll announce the winners for today's contest tomorrow. We'll see you guys early next week. Let's go finish like champs. Have a great day.